Hello, everybody. Secret Spaces is back. June 28th edition. We are going to be featuring the Alter team to talk about their new feature of stake to access. But give us a few minutes while we bring them up on stage. Give us a few minutes to get our tweets out. Please share the link to this space inside your community so we can pack the room. If you haven't used Alter, if you haven't even heard about Alter, we're really excited to have their team here to share more of what they've been working on because it's a super unique way to use not only Secret, but any blockchain. And they're leveraging some unique features of the network. So we're really excited to have them in the Secret ecosystem and to feature them here so they can talk about a little bit about how they leverage Secret in their own product and a little bit about how they want to be adding more value both to the Secret community, but every Web3 community. So we'll kick off in just a second while we bring everybody up on stage. Just be patient. Feel free to throw some emojis out there if you're excited to be here, because we certainly are. We're already getting a couple Alter folks up here on stage. I've also got Patrick here from Foundation up here on stage with me. Patrick, if you maybe in just a moment, maybe not right away, want to talk a little bit about badges, secret badges for secret spaces. That's another exciting thing. We started last week with secret badges for secret spaces. We went out with secret badge number 1. This week is secret badge number 2. So he'll have some information. Let's give it till 12:05, and then we'll make that announcement to kick off the space, and then we'll hand it over to the Alter team for introductions. I know we've got a lot to cover. Let's give it one more minute while everybody comes into the room, and then Patrick, you can give that announcement. I'll hand it back to you. All right, let's go ahead and kick off. So this is Tor here from the Secret Network account over at Secret Foundation. Patrick is joining me from Secret Foundation. We're hosting the Alter DApp team this week. And we've got a quick announcement to start off around secret badges. I want to see if the tweet about that has already gone out. But go ahead, Patrick. Anything you want to say to kick us off before we hand over to Alter?
Yeah, that tweet just went out. I'm about to share it into the space, so you should see that link popping up in just a second. So this is going to be the second badge for secret spaces. This is for Alter, and inside the private metadata for this badge, you will find a secret that will be only for badge holders. So check it out. 1 second, I'm going to share that link right now. All right, there we go.
Sweet.
Everybody should be able to get that link.
Love that feature. Yes. So look up at the top of your screens right now. If you're on Twitter mobile, you will see the link to that tweet about the secret badge we're launching for today. Go ahead and let's kick off here then with the Alter team, because we've got a lot to get through. Again, help us out and share the link to that tweet and to this space in your communities, Telegram, Discord, wherever. We really appreciate it because we're busy here hosting. So definitely get out there and share it if you can, so we can pack the room for the Alter guys. Let's start with some personal intros. There's a good chance this is the first time that a lot of people listening in have gotten to talk to the Alter team, but you guys have been hard at work for a long time. We'll start with personal intros then, I guess, from each of you. Just go one by one, and then we'll come into the meat of this, the main discussion after we get through. Maybe keep it to like 30-ish seconds each so we can spend lots of time on Alter itself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Oscar. I'm the CEO, co-founder, and visionary behind Alter. I've been working in the crypto space for the last several years, and I'm very bullish on blockchain technology itself from my personal standing point, because I think it's really awesome that we have such a tool to use and also to grasp new features and also applications that we can build on it. And from my standing point, I'm super interested in all the privacy aspect personally. And yeah, thank you. I'm originally a finance and economic person, and also from the security side of that aspect too. Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Archaic. Kind of actually new to the whole blockchain thing. I've been around for about a year and a half, and found Alter back in October. I was watching a podcast, and they started talking about privacy, and they started preaching about it, and it's something that I preach 24/7. So I instantly jumped on this bullish train of Alter, and then around January, I guess, right around the token launch, I read so much about Alter. I mean, every article I could find, white paper, you name it, blog, tweet. I knew so much about it when people are just, writing in chat. I just started responding, helping out everybody else and trying to share, what little knowledge I had. And before I know it, A couple of the team members asked if I was interested in helping, and I was like, man, I'm on board. So it's kind of how I found Alter. Absolutely love what I do. I pretty much help you guys out. I mean, if you guys have questions, needs, if there's anything you guys have you would like to propose, pretty much the go-to guy. I mean, yeah, let's get together, let's chat, man. If it's privacy related, I'm in.
Cool. That leaves me. Hey guys, I'm Darren. I go by Fuzzy Pizza on Discord. Sorry, my voice just broke up. I started off as a secret agent, actually, like a lot of you guys probably are. Started off posting infographics on Twitter once I found out about Secret Network and the importance of privacy for the blockchain space. Ramped up a lot of the educational efforts and helped out in that committee to the point where I became lead for that specific committee for about a year, helping people understand the importance of Secret Network. What are the specific use cases that now we all know as secret NFTs? So I've been around this community for about 2 years now, ever since 2020. So after that, Oscar reached out to me after I had helped him out with some of his work with getting the Alter team started up. And now I am leading operations at Alter. My background at university was in industrial operations. And then I spent 5 years as a UI consultant leading their advisory branch for large-scale implementations. And now I'm very excited to be here with this team. Everybody is extremely bright, extremely talented, and very focused on bringing privacy to Web3.
Awesome. I'm quickly passing it back to Patrick because he's about to drop the claim code for the secret badge for this space. Since you've been here long enough to hear the Alter team introduce themselves personally, now you've earned the right to claim your badge. But we will remind you guys of that code a couple times in this space, and we appreciate everybody who's listening in, and I'm sure the Alter team appreciates it as well. So go ahead, Patrick, drop that code.
The code is usealter, USEALTER, usealter.
Hopefully everybody got that. It's not only a claim code, it's a call to action. Use Alter, all caps. So check out that pinned tweet for the space. Go put in the code, and then of course, after you're done with this space today, make sure you're looking into Alter a bit more. It's easy to get hands on, and obviously they have a lot of things coming that you guys will be able to use. Speaking of, we did just produce a new secret feature with the Alter team about their newest product, which is stake to access. This is a huge deal because it's just a great product value for people who are doing something already to support Secret Network, which is staking. So I'll pass it over to the Alter guys. What is stake to access? What's the vision here? Where are you trying to go with this? And what's the value here for the secret community? Why should we care?
Awesome, great. Thanks for the question. So stake to access is actually a new and innovative way how we can actually utilize the proof of stake network feature that is staking by accessing non-DeFi application like Alter. We actually want to kind of prove that non-DeFi applications can also create innovations and unique ways how to access these applications, and at the same time easily to onboard a lot of users from different other layer ones, and also of course community members from the Secret Network. And access is so-called replacement for the subscription payments, because as you know, at the moment we have the subscription payment. Until this day it was. We're gonna still have it, so don't worry about that. If you want to pay and support us, you can definitely pay with subscription. But with stake to access, people will be able to access the application by simply staking 10 secret tokens on any validator on the Secret Network. It doesn't mean that you need to delegate to Alter, but of course we are super happy if you delegate at our validator and support us. But at the same time, we want to support the whole network and also give this major utility for every single validator on the Secret Network. And this stake to access vision is that we want to onboard every single major layer 1 on Cosmos ecosystem to connect the whole Cosmos ecosystem communities into one single communication platform where they can share, speak, and also create nice groups for DAOs, for validators with their stakers, and an easy access of communication. And definitely, we're also going to bring soon a nice marketing tool. So every layer 1, any project will be able to share their newsletter, and people will be able to privately subscribe to these newsletters and unsubscribe. So the access will be super easy for anyone to test Alter out, to check it, and definitely the vision is mass adoption. We really want to succeed and reach by end of the summer at least 100,000 users. So we are scaling the infrastructure in a way to support this massive number, and of course it takes rather major inputs to manage that, but definitely that's our goal, to onboard as much users as we can. And again, our goal of Stake to Access is purely to make it as a mass adoption product for anyone on the Cosmos ecosystem at start. And definitely we're going to be bringing out this feature outside of Cosmos, working on the MetaMask and also other wallets that will be supported. Like we're looking at Solana, we're also looking at Avalanche, and definitely we're bullish on Ethereum for the proof of stake. So hopefully that will also be part that we can capture in the long run. At the moment, on Secret Network, there are around 95,000 stakers, I would say, yeah, according to secretnodes.com. So that's like the first step. When you compare with like other layer 1s, it is more than that. I mean, imagine that we can then onboard so many people and recognize this unique utility, especially to emphasize that there is programmable privacy that is being delivered from Secret Network as well. And Alter will be the one that will be providing such massive adoption, and really want to fill out this shockwave milestone. And 100,000 is something that we really want to reach. So that's in a nutshell. Again, it will be 10 secrets only to stake, and you'll be able to log in with your Kepu wallet. I will give it to Darren, to Fuzzy Pizza, to explain about how it works.
Yeah, so obviously this is a very momentous milestone for our team. For the very first time, we're able to potentially reach thousands of people from a simple click of a button for people who are already staking, right? So we want this experience to be as good, as polished as possible with the product that we have. So what we're actually doing is we're breaking this into 2 different steps. This initial push for tomorrow's release is going to be a limited beta for 50 secret agents, 50 supporters of Alter who are already staked on the network and want to participate in seeing the initial experience, right? We hope to use this curated group to be able to make sure that the experience is as they envision it to be, and also simultaneously work on our chat experience to make sure it's able to handle the scale that we're trying to reach with our visions of reaching everybody on Secret Network, right? So how does it work exactly? So the very first step, obviously, if you don't have a Kepler wallet, we are supporting only Kepler at the moment. And so if you have 10 secret within Kepler, you can stake onto Secret Network. Stake to, again, any validator, not just the Alter validator. This is our approach to promoting decentralization across Secret Network as well. So we want everybody to have access to Alter, right? So stake 10 secret to any validator of your choice. And then once you have staked, simply go to a link that we will be populating tomorrow upon our release. It's a special link that links directly to a homepage where it has the Kepler button added. Right now, since we don't want to unleash this to everybody yet, we have two separate web frames. So the redirect will be to the page that has the Kepler wallet added. Once you connect to Kepler, you are able to automatically access Alter if you're within the initial set of 50 individuals who have made it for the beta. If not, obviously we will be having a wider release. We are aiming for July timeframe at the end of July, which will give us about a month to polish up that experience. So again, stake on Secret Network, only a minimum of 10 secret. Log into the portal once you have access on our Twitter tomorrow, and then you'll be able to have access to Alter communications.
Right on. One thing I'd like to add to that too, instead of 50, we have had so much interest, we're actually going to bump that number up to 100. I know Oscar has a little bit to add to that. And if you guys have any questions, customer support, Discord, we open up like a ticketing system. So you guys can just jump in there just like you would see on Secret Networks Discord, open up a ticket, and man, it's right there for the entire team to see. So you guys will get the absolute best customer service. Everything's going to be set up perfect, guys. This is what we want. We want you guys to have the best experience there is.
Phenomenal.
Oscar, do you want to tell them about all of our cool partnerships coming up?
Yes, of course. So we have been working very closely with launching validators on different layer ones. So far, we have gathered a cash network. We have Juno. We have Agoric, which is upcoming one. Clan network, Omniflix, and Persistence, and as well, I guess it was, one is undisclosed at the moment. And also SwiftChain will be in the works, but at the moment we are trying to capture every major layer one, as I mentioned before, and this is the way that we really want to go. So imagine that we have all these layer ones connected with the stake to access with their native token. They will also be actually interacting with the Secret Network smart contract, since the encryption keys are going onto the contract that is connected to your wallet, only accessible by you and not us. So they will be also needing to have a small gas fee of the secret token so they can create the smart contract. So what does it mean? It will be also a huge demand and also huge growth for the Secret Network users, not only by numbers, but also by interactions, actually. So we hope to be the first, hopefully not the first, but second on the smart contract interactions on Secret Node when you see it. So, so.
Pretty much what he is that 50,000 is probably going to be a lot higher. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Amazing. So, I mean, you guys are setting really aggressive user acquisition targets, which we've said it before on Secret Spaces. We'll say it again. And it's part of the point of this whole Shockwave initiative. We want to onboard a ton of people into the secret ecosystem, whether or not, they're directly interacting with the blockchain itself, right? Like they should be interacting with the applications, right? We're not really talking about everybody who's coming to Secret becoming immediately a secret staker. If they could just be using Alter as an end user. But now we're talking about people who are secret stakers also using Alter as end users, using as much of the network and its application ecosystem and its governance ecosystem and everything else as much as possible. Like, this is really cool, just seeing it all finally come together. So we have a few things to talk about here still, now that we know kind of like what it is, what the vision is. We've got to talk about timeline. We've got to talk about partnerships. We also want to talk about how it really just like fundamentally works, how it's leveraging Secret. You can get a little technical. Where do we want to go next, guys, since we have all these different things we can touch on? People are probably really curious about all of that.
Yeah, so maybe about Secret Network. We specifically, obviously, as an application, we're built on Secret Network. We leverage their smart contracts for transaction hashes to keep all of the data private. for our communications. The reason why we chose Secret Network is because it aligns with our values as a team trying to build in the blockchain Web3 space. There are a lot of options of places where you can build, right? You can build on Ethereum, you can build on Solana, you can build your own layer one, right? But as part of the Secret Network ecosystem, we believe that they've stood for the same values that we're trying to push out, to be able to have the option to give people the choice of free speech and also maintain their rights to data privacy so that each individual person is restoring their own data. This is something that we value at the utmost. And we always come back to those decisions whenever we're designing the product. Are we keeping the user's data secure? Is this the correct approach based off of our community? It's very ingrained in all the decisions that we make because it's very important. That said, we are very excited. So this is the very first push that will be able to unleash the ability for users to have their own private keys, right? Because previously on different applications such as Signal, Telegram, Proton Mail, the users aren't necessarily able to have their own keys. And so now using Secret Network blockchain technology, we're able to give the users access to their own keys, so only they have access to their data. Even if you had asked Alter for that data, we don't have the user's private keys, so we're not able to see any of that. So for timeline for stake to access, we mentioned earlier, we will be pushing it out tomorrow. It will be our release for the beta. And then the public launch, which is going to include everybody after we polish up the experience, we're aiming for July, the end of July, to give our team time to flesh out minor details. So definitely tomorrow, check Twitter. If you're not following Alter already, definitely follow Alter so you can stay on top of the link that we will be distributing. And then even if you're not a part of this beta, definitely continue following our news as we release to a wider spread audience at the end of July.
All right, you heard it here first. Timelines are coming up for all of this stuff, which is super exciting. Since we're about halfway through the space, by the way, I do want to quickly say, if you are listening to this space, first of all, follow the AlterDApp team. We did link their Twitter up in the title of the space. It's just at AlterDApp. And click that pinned tweet that we have here. It's the latest tweet on the Secret Network page. You can claim your badge for attending this space. This is the second Secret Spaces badge. You can collect them all. The claim info is there, everything except the claim code. We gave it earlier, so we're about to give it again. The claim code is USEALTER, all caps, USEALTER, use Alter to claim your Secret Spaces badge. So with that out of the way, that was our helpful midway reminder on this point. So to recap, right, we're with the AlterDApp team, talking about stake to access, talking about the timeline for beta and upcoming launch. So I think now we're at the point where we can talk a bit more about, okay, who else are you working with on this stuff? Like where's this vision going alongside other people in the ecosystem? Or what would a dream partnership, a dream relationship look like for you guys at this stage while you focus on this vision of getting hundreds of thousands of users onboarded onto Alter and by extension into the Secret Network universe?
Thanks. Yeah. So I think the end goal for us is definitely after the stake to access is completed with a lot of layer ones, more than 10 networks connected, and reaching goal of over 100,000 users. We want to actually sell and offer the Alter's infrastructure to large corporations and companies, like to also get into the B2B business, because ultimately Alter, how it's structured and works, is a pretty neat and innovative way of the infrastructure itself, how it works behind the scenes. So this will be a massive step forward for Alter in the future. to really expand into millions of users by giving the companies to their employees, to their clients, to basically use the infrastructure as a data transfer, data storage and sharing with everything that comes from the Alter's infrastructure. And the UI can be used ours, or it can be used of them. But at the end of the game, like, infrastructure is something that we're going to be offering a lot in the long term. So that is kind of like our end goal. And definitely we want to have like capturing the whole Web3 space is also something that we really dream of, because Discord and Telegram might be handy at the moment, but they're full of spams, phishing attempts, a lot of like interaction with Discord. Like we saw Bored Ape Yacht, like about their attack on the Discord, and similar other things that happen to multiple channels. I mean, that's why you need this Web3 way of interaction, also with the privacy, and thirdly, also to disable these spamming and phishing attempts. So this is why Alter exists. And another thing is also interaction with NFTs, since NFTs is a really big part of the blockchain world. So proof of NFTs is also a nice way how Alter can be utilized. And definitely there's more to come, especially the secret badges can be also used in the future of Alter. So we'll be definitely looking into the partnership with that. And that's like how we really want to go with it. So really will want to expand our team massively in this year. And so far we have really good plan on execution in the upcoming months. So that's why I want to ask my team members about what you are most excited for Alter.
Oh boy. I want to say right off the bat, governance and revenue sharing. The timeline, probably the three biggest things for me right there. I can't express enough. Everybody asks, hey, what about the Alter token? What about the Alter token? What can we use it for? What can we use it for? Nonstop. We have a few things in the works. One thing I'm working really good with Micah on, and it's a lot of fun. It definitely directly deals with proposals. Man, if you guys have an idea or a dream, everybody's like, hey, we have this roadmap, we're building it out. We're hitting all these points. We have the Kepler login, the file management. We got iOS, we got freaking Android phones coming. We have all this stuff coming on the roadmap. We have Huddle One. That's not the end, guys. That's not it at all. I mean, you think of all the apps out there that can do anything and everything. I mean, you look at your phone and all the apps on your phone that is capable of doing. Those are great proposals right there. I mean, if there's something we can do with Alter, it's everything. I mean, it's not just a one app communication, bare bone messaging app that's just absolutely boring. It's not just an email service. It's massive. It's beyond anything that's email. I mean, it's horrible. Everybody talks about this private mail. Man, this is beyond private mail. We're talking about, DVPN. I mean, we're talking about everything you could think of right there. Proposals. Same with governance. I mean, sorry, the revenue sharing. I can't be more stoked. I mean, I look at the token supply. It's the overall total 40 million. You can't. There's just not the core people behind the governance and the proposals are going to be probably the same core people that are trying to ape in and trying to take advantage of this revenue sharing. I mean, it's a great thing. I mean, it's literally based off the collective success of the Alter product. I mean, you can't get any better than that. You're literally backing your own product that you're setting proposals for your own success. So what you put in, more or less, you're getting back out. I can't be more excited about Alter. I'm not just a fan. I mean, I absolutely love what I do, and I fully support it. I'm super stoked, super hyped. Even in this horrible market, it's an amazing product. It really is.
Awesome. Well, I for one can't wait to get more hands-on with everything Alter at this point. It's definitely one of those applications, and I've said this before, what I love most about what you guys are building is it's one of those applications that really can only thrive thanks to the functionality that Secret provides at layer one. And we love to see products come into the Secret ecosystem that really couldn't work the same anywhere else. It's helping us tell our message around why privacy is so critical to the success of decentralized technologies in Web3. And again, it's providing value back to end users, a long tail of end users, not just a few people who control a lot of capital, right? The future of Web3 has to be about what we're doing for the long tail of users, less so about how we made a subset of participants even richer than what they were already. This is unquestionably the right path forward for the ecosystem. And sad as it is that we've entered a bit of a bear market and another crypto winter, it is exciting to see that these are the kinds of products that are continuing to build, because they are the ones that are going to thrive when demand returns to the blockchain space, when people begin to realize the power of the fundamental technology outside of its value as a speculative vehicle. So I know you guys already share that vision. It's part of why you've chosen to build in this ecosystem. But worth saying again for everybody listening, like all the builders in the secret space are very aligned by that vision and by that focus. And it's always exciting for us to bring them onto secret spaces so you can hear it in their own words. So usually now we're over halfway. We're coming up to 2/3 of the way through. And that's usually when we start bringing people up from the audience so they can ask their questions to the project teams that are joining. So this is a good time to start putting your hands up. We're not quite done yet with everything that the Alter team wants to share, but if you're putting your hands up, we'll start bringing you on stage, and that when we're ready to transition over, you guys are ready to go. So if you make your requests now, I'll start bringing you up. Meanwhile, I'll pass it back off. I know it looks like Mr. Freeman wants to say something else as well.
Yeah, great, thanks. Another utility that is coming with the stake to access is immediate value proposition that we can add a little bit later on, is the whale chat. So how it works is that if you stake 25,000 secret tokens and above, you'll be invited to a whale chat that is anonymous, that is private. Nobody knows what is the person behind it. So it is a great way how any project can also get into the whale chat if you stake 25,000 secret, and that will be a point of immediate value for anyone that really wants to reach out to these whales. It will be applied to the same way to other layer ones. And then there's going to be also a Cosmos-based whale chat that's coming and connecting with the whole layer one. So it will be the so-called verification that the whales will be able to communicate privately and anonymously. If they want to reveal themselves, of course, you can just set it up as your username. And definitely, in regards of also the partnerships, I mean, we're currently working also with Evmos and also with Osmosis. So hopefully we're also going to nail those partnerships. But at the moment, we are reaching out to anybody. So that's our kind of approach to everything. And in general, I'm super excited about the iOS native application. I would say that by end of July, we're going to be opening up the beta testing. So we're going to be inviting 100 people to use the iOS native application of Alter. You'll be needing a test flight application for iOS users and an email. And we're going to announce it, of course, in mid-July to get the participants. So it will be 100 beta testers that will be able to try out the iOS native application. It will be the first mobile application, native one, from Secret Network, available on Apple Store. And then we're going to be moving quickly to Android version of native. At the moment, it is a WebView-based application already available on Google Play Store, but there's going to be a native one there as well. And also, we're going to work on the desktop version later on. So it's much more easier to use if you prefer a desktop version, because most people are using Telegram as a desktop. So we want to capture that user experience that is much more easier than to connect with everybody. So yeah, we are super excited about the mobile application again. I mean, I'm pretty stoked about it because this will be my first ever like application with the team built and launched. So it's super crazy to imagine.
Amazing stuff. I'm so excited. I mean, the fact that there's going to be more mobile presence for apps in the ecosystem is phenomenal. Obviously, we care a lot about that with everything we're trying to do for the network, um, especially if it's something that you could use as frequently as a private messaging application. That's going to be critical. And I have to say, in a very the whale chat thing is just such an amusing idea. I remember talking with you guys about it on a standalone call, and so now finally seeing something like that become reality, and that's a kind of product that can scale across ecosystems. Like, it's just fun, right? Like, there's nothing to say that like being a whale in an ecosystem should give you a larger voice in that ecosystem, even in DPoS chains. But it's always nice to have other places where like people have some skin in the game, are supporters of the network, have large exposure to the ecosystem, and you're always talking to people who have that exposure. It's a great way to separate signal from noise. And this is one of many offerings on a platform like Alter. If the entire product was geared towards only providing services to users with substantial stakes, that would be one thing. But this is just an awesome way to experiment with setting up these sub-communities, allowing these sub-communities to discover each other. All this is experimentation that's absolutely critical to be doing right now, as we have the time to do it. And of course, it's never been an easier time to become a secret whale in particular, but we're not celebrating that. But thank you guys. I mean, this was an amazing overview. I've already brought up one person from the ecosystem who wants to give a question. I'm going to bring up another right now, but we'll start off with Urban Gecko. Do you have a question for the Alter team? And thanks.
I'm actually part of the Ulta team. this is my alias.
Just kidding. Do you have a question for the Alter team? Do you have a question for yourself?
Yeah, I have more wanted to just share there with about what we're excited about for Ulta. I'm actually working on something that's not public knowledge. It's not something I can tell you about, but I'm extremely excited about it. So I'm excited about that. But of the things that is public knowledge that I'm most excited about, is the same thing, Oscar, is the iOS app. The ability to have notifications on my device when messages come through and things like that. Those things I'm very excited about. Whale chat's an interesting concept. I will not be able to be in it, but I'm excited to see it go live eventually so that all the whales out there can, like you said, the ones that want to talk big talk and not necessarily be sitting there with people who say they're big and they're not doing anything or can't back what they're saying. And you kind of know, hey, well, this person's not talking rubbish. They can back what they're saying.
Yeah, it's a fun application because, again, there's value not only to the users being able to gather there, but there's value potentially to people who want to be able to reach these users. And again, private by default messaging doesn't mean that we can't have a lot of the same communication systems we had in the Web 2 world. It's just that they're going to be based a lot more on opt-in and user agency. So obviously projects are going to want to be able to reach whales and large stakeholders and ecosystems. Being able to access those communities now becomes, a very strong offering. And those communities probably want to teach. They like learning new things. They like the alpha. They like being able to connect with early stage projects, give feedback to developers. So there's a ton of value that can and will be created here. It's just all being done in a way that's much more user-centric, much more like opt-in for the user, as opposed to companies constantly extracting that and remonetizing that in a different way. I think this is a much more sustainable model.
The keyword there that you keep using, and I love it, is opt-in. Well, that's the point. We're not trying to create a anonymous chat solution. The thing is that if you wanted as a person to share your name, your birthday, your home address, your social security number, your freaking passwords, and you wanted to put that on your profile and that's what you wanted to do, then go for it. We're not going to stop you because we think that's a really dumb idea. But if that's what you want to do, go for it. So the idea is, and this is obviously something we're scaling towards, is that everything you want to share is at your choice. You get to decide, and we have no access to that. So if you're going to share it, you're going to share it. If you're not, then we've got you covered. We can make you as anonymous as you want to be. and you can know and have that security and know that, hey, cool, I can now interact like this if I want to, and I can present what I want to present, and I'm not being data mined for it.
What's wonderful is that, again, like the reason this works for Alter is the same way this works for every other application built on Secret. Like it's a private by default, opt-in by default network for applications, which is really the vision of what Web3 was supposed to be. So everything NFT based, Secret NFT based on the network, including badges, works exactly the same way. So there is a synergy between every application that launches on the network. If somebody also wants to launch a public by default application on Secret, right, where they just sort of expose everything to everyone, there may be some use cases where that is a public good, or where that's going to scale very quickly. But it'll be obvious to users when they're accessing that kind of service, because they've grown to expect the opt-in model, the private by default model. So just really cool to see how the private by default foundation allows for this kind of experimentation at the application layer, allows for these two kinds of applications to emerge, both public and private, both opt-in and both public by default. Whereas in the public by default ecosystem, it's the elimination of choice that we're really pushing back against. The fact that you can only build it one kind of way is the problem. So it's awesome to see you guys taking the other approach, building it the other kind of way. I think that we're going to probably see a lot of user demand if only we can tell them what's out there. Guess we got to keep doing secret spaces, get you guys some more exposure so people can start using these kinds of next gen apps.
We love secret while we're here, and we're going to leverage the hell out of it. So it's not going to change. But I'll stop talking to the community and ask their questions.
All good.
You're the best. I don't know. Just hearing you guys talk about it gives me more ideas. Like there's so many possibilities of what we can do. Just thinking about secret badges with the ability to verify somebody's wallet and also keep all that information private. That's something that only can be. Yeah, we can do so many things. Not just whale chat. We could do S badge chat, secret agents chat. All of these things we can verify with what badges you already have in your wallet. And so yeah, the possibilities are endless. We're very excited.
Amazing. All right. Well, we do have a couple people who I don't think are on the Alter team up on stage who might have questions for the Alter team, not from the Alter team. So go ahead for either of you guys we've brought up here.
Yeah, I'll jump right in real quick. Thank you for allowing me to come up here. My question is pretty granular, like trying to be a secret network well one day. I have a question as far as let's just talk about that well chat. Do you have a way currently or in the future where you could potentially change your username from chat to chat? So let's say you want to be completely anonymous in the well chat, but all the other chats you're okay with sharing your screen name. So just a thought that I had.
Yeah. So at Alter, we realized that a lot of people who are in this space, they go by many different things. I go by Fuzzy Pizza on Discord initially because it was my gaming tag, right? So there's all these different profiles that how you want to represent yourself, that it might be different across an individual chat, whereas you don't want to represent yourself that on a different chat, a more professional chat, for example. We think this ties in really well with alter egos, where you have your different identities that you have for your different chatting communities, where you have an alter ego for gaming, you have an alter ego for your professional experiences, you have an alter ego for your whale chat community. This is a vision that we definitely are looking at and want to bring in the future.
Sweet. Thank you.
I have two questions, but I think I'm just going to stick to the first one. And then if there's time or space, I'll ask the other. So I was wondering if you think that the stake to access model is a significant part of the future of subscription-based products built on not only our network, but kind of any cryptocurrency-based network in space.
I think it's a massive way on non-DeFi applications to actually somehow capture revenue. So basically, there are some non-DeFi applications that really wants to give out the access, but mainly depends on their revenue. So they would invite some subscription, but ideally, I think the next step is actually for Web3 is actually utilizing somehow the staking part. So, and that's also one of the a bit easier models for also the user experience. And I think the model that we're going to be creating, and if there will be applications that wants to kind of use that kind of same system, we're going to definitely share it and also help to support. So I think it's the next stage of how non-DeFi applications can definitely have a access of some kind of revenue and definitely of user adoption, because then you don't need to force users to pay with the subscription, and definitely what you're avoiding is confusion from the users. Also, the payments that are coming in, like from Ethereum network, maybe the payment was a bit lower that is expected to receive, then our support team needs to carry on these tickets that are being delivered to the support system. So yeah, I mean, you avoid so many things, and you then offer this one click of way of accessing an application, and I think it's a real awesome way to exploit in the future for others, and we're gonna set the example of it, how it works. So that is super bullish for that. So because primarily at the moment staking is mainly for securing the network and also receiving rewards for that. But another thing, of course, is to get mercenary delegators, airdroppers who are coming to claim the airdrop, and that's all. So I'm super surprised that staking haven't been used over these years in a much better way, like from the dApps side, not from the network side, because networks are just providing the infrastructure. So basically, the dApps will see like a new way of creating a non-DeFi application, maybe DeFi as well. Who knows?
Cool, thanks. I agree. I was wondering about I had like thoughts while you were answering about like concerns about network centralization in the specific validators if like products decide to specifically incentivize staking with their validator, but obviously that's not the case here. So until it happens, it's not a problem. And my second question would be, is Ulta aiming to become the main hub for sub-communities within Secret Network? And do you think it could help facilitate more accessible, stronger community engagement? And this is in comparison to the current split between, say, the Discord, the governance chat, and the Anons chat, which obviously has accessibility barriers.
Yes, for sure. I mean, as I mentioned before, then NFTs is a way like to verify and have a special sub-channel entry point of that only specific NFT holders. And the same can be, as I actually see that if secret agents will mint a secret badge, then with this badge on your wallet would be an entry point to the secret agent program only channel on Alter. So this is another way how we can work, for example, with secret badges and verify that these are the secret agents. And it can be the same, like you can actually create any badge, for example, and it can be verified the same as with NFTs. And definitely what we want to hold on to is that you have a lot of interactions with other people. So that means you can reach out to any layer one community. So that's the really fun basis here, is that every layer one will have its own community in Alter, and they will be cross communicating with each other, and that's the real nice thing. Like, you don't need to use so much anymore the influencers. You will have an access point to other communities from other layer ones. And another thing is we are also integrating Fardell's application. Somebody haven't heard about it, never, because it hasn't pivoted so much. So we have reached out to Darwin, who's the owner and creator of Fardels, and we're going to be improving the Fardels and also integrating into the Alter. So there's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of things to do with all these layer one communities from Cosmos ecosystem. And definitely another utility is are the new newsletters that people will be able to subscribe and learn more about projects that are based on Cosmos ecosystem. So it will be super really nice way how we can activate the so-called usability too.
Cool, thank you.
If I can just add on to what Oscar mentioned there is we're currently dealing with communication. Obviously, the product needs to start somewhere. It needs to start with an MVP, which is where we're at the moment. And we've got a proof of concept, and it's working well. There's huge demand. We've seen that. You can see where data trends are going. You can see how privacy and security is becoming a huge issue. You can see the rate at which Discords are hacked. You can see the rate at which every time you add another bot to a Discord channel, it becomes another security risk, becomes another concern. From an admin perspective, you're always worried, is this another data point where we're going to be attacked from? And with Secret Network and the way that we have the blockchain technology, and we've got privacy security, and we've got our incredibly smart dev team who are so good at encryption and things like that, we're trying to create a platform which to some point is actually a social platform more than just a communication platform. It will eventually grow to be beyond just I'm communicating with you and a group. It's going to become a point where people are going to want to share things. And when you get into communities, you need a social aspect to that. And we're looking at that, and we identified a business plan, and we've got ideas of where we want to go to make sure that we can start meeting those needs. So that by default, you can sustain a community, you can grow a community, you can grow a company, you can grow a brand, you can express your identity or whatever it is, a product, potentially through the platform. So at the moment, it's starting off as communication, but it's going to grow into much more because that's what's needed. Web3 needs it, and actually Web2 needs it. And right now, there isn't a single solution anywhere to either of them on either side that's doing everything everyone needs. So it's going to take time, but we definitely have big plans.
I love the potential depth of kind of everything you can offer, especially with kind of content consumption and how that looks today, and how how in-depth communities go and how distributed they are online and all these things, and all the offerings that Ulta can kind of unlock by tapping like those existing markets, especially, and then just kind of facilitating that within the ecosystem too. So really keen to see where you guys go. And thanks for having me up, and thanks for all the answers.
Awesome. Hey, Tope, have you had a chance to ask your question? Since I see we brought you up here on stage.
Yeah, it's not really a question. I was telling you that I could not get the code when you called the code for the badge.
People want the badge codes. That's fair. We're almost at the top of the hour. So yeah, one more time, I'll give the badge code for everybody who listened. That's a good reminder. And thanks again to the Alter team. We're at the top of the hour, so we're going to start wrapping up. I'll obviously hand it back to them at least one more time so they can say goodbye and remind everybody how to get involved and how to follow up with the calls to action. Again, I will remind everyone to follow Alter DApp because they are right here in the space. Go click and falter and follow. God, I keep saying falter. Follow Alter DApp, guys. And then for the claim code for the badge, we did pin the badge claim into the space here. So click that link, it'll take you through to the badge page. And your claim code is not only a claim code, it's a call to action. It's use Alter, all caps, USEALTER, use Alter. And I'm told that something's in the private metadata. So once you claim it, you'll be able to see what it is.
All capital letters.
Okay, let me try it.
Good luck.
Yes.
Good work.
I'm not seeing anything special. Okay, wait, something is loading up. I think something is loading up.
We're all waiting with you in real time.
Okay.
My toes are crossed.
Right? I'm on edge.
Okay, yeah. Secret space #2. Is that it, right?
Yep, secret space is number 2. That's the one.
Yeah. Find it on my stash.
Oh, sounds like you did it.
Okay.
Then you have to create the permit for the collection. That'll let you decrypt it.
Okay.
You just reminded me to go claim it myself. Oh, here it is. What's this in the private properties? Something alter chat for badge holders. That seems really cool. Okay. So anyway, since we're wrapping up secret spaces, I think that was enough of a tease. Go claim your alter badge. It might unlock a special chat for you, which would be really cool. But again, It's private by default. You get to opt in. That's the joy of Secret Network, and that's the joy of apps like Alter on the network. Thanks for coming. Again, this code for the badge, use Alter, all capital letters. Thanks everybody who participated. Back to the Alter team. Guys, feel free to say goodbye and remind everybody how they can keep in touch with Alter and how they can stay tuned on things like Stake to Access.
Yeah, I would like to say thanks everybody for supporting Alter so far, and definitely shout out to all the communities and also our partners. We love you, and definitely if you want to come and help us or just want to support, definitely reach out to our team. And another thing I want to mention that we are also publishing now a giveaway, a major one. So one winner takes it all. It's 1,000 Alter tokens and 100 secret tokens. You're going to see in the Twitter post on the Alter Twitter profile. So to enroll in the contest, you need to like or to retweet, do the message, the hashtag Stake to Access Alter, follow Alter Dap and Secret Network, and tag 3 friends. Thank you.
Awesome. Anyone else want to say their goodbyes?
All right.
Congrats, Tope, on the live successful claim of your NFT. Your POAP.
Congratulations.
Well done. Cheers, everybody.
Good.
Thanks
Look
for
at that.
listening.
Successfully using Secret Network for its stated capabilities. All right,
Thanks,
everybody.
everyone.
Thanks again for joining. This was recorded. We'll get it up on YouTube shortly so you can re-listen after the fact. Thanks again to the Alter team. Good luck to all of you. We're going to be back next week. Same time, Secret Spaces, 5 p.m. UTC every week with new guests, new secrets to share. We'll see you then. Thanks, everyone, again.